Hey, where my broken arrows at? They try to tell us we can't fly. Like we too broken or something. I mean, I'd rather let them know. Hold up, hold up, hold up. My squad about to go.
When the Sony A6400 was first announced, just like a lot of people, I had a lot of complaints about it. But I still decided to buy one to try it out. Turns out, those complaints are very easy to fix. All right. What's going on, everybody? Tim here. Like everybody else, my complaints for the Sony A6400 were pretty simple. No IBIS, and whenever you mount something to the hot shoe, it blocks the flip up screen. For me personally, the IBIS was an easy fix. I just bought the Zhiyun Weibo Lab and I use that pretty much everywhere I go. That's what we're on right now. Anyone that owns any recently released cameras from Sony, full frame, APS-C, even the point and shoot, they know that the IBIS doesn't exactly work too great anyway, so really what's the difference? So now let's move on to the flip up screen. Now that I'm used to it, I like it better flipping up than flipping out to the side. It's right in the line of sight. I just look up right there and boom, I'm on the screen. As opposed to having to turn and look to the side, I like it. It's right where I need it to be. So I think Sony's onto something here. I changed my mind. I prefer a flip up rather than a flip out. Even though you should always talk and look directly into the lens like I'm doing right now. Shouldn't be looking up at the flip up screen, shouldn't be looking out at the flip out screen, shouldn't be looking up or to the side of your monitor or your recorder, should be looking in the lens, talking to your viewers. That's the way you do it. So today I have 4 solutions to mounting a mic or whatever to the A6400 without blocking the flip up screen. So the first one is a half cage made by UURIG. I got it on Amazon. You just screw it right into the bottom of the camera. All of a sudden you got a nice little protective half cage sitting on the side of your A6400, and it runs a mount right up to the side of the A6400 so you can mount the mic sideways. And the good thing about that is it's mounted on the side of the microphone jack in the camera, so you don't have to stretch the cord across the camera to plug it in. Price of this half cage is $20. Can't beat it. It's a great build, great quality, and it works well. I suggest picking it up even if it's not your only solution to the microphone mount. It's still a good little piece of equipment, and again, it's 20 bucks. Next one is my least favorite solution out of the group, but it still works and it's the cheapest. It's a little hot shoe plate made by Ulanzi. Also got it on Amazon. It was $10, and on top of that you need to buy a little hot shoe mount, just a little screw on that goes right on top, and then you put the plate on that, mount it up, and you're ready to go. Links for both the Ulanzi plate and the hot shoe mount are in the description below. It still blocks the screen just a little bit. It blocks like the bottom quarter of it, but it's definitely usable. You shouldn't have a problem seeing yourself. And you can throw it on there both ways. You could either have it mount the microphone to the left of the camera or to the right. Again, I recommend mounting it, even though it fits better to the opposite side of the mic jack, I recommend turning it and putting it on the side where the mic jack is, again, so you don't have to stretch that cord out. We're probably gonna be talking about that a few more times during this video. By the way, everything that I'm talking about here today does work with balancing the A6400 and the microphone on top of the Zhiyun Weibo Lab. So everything still balances. You could still use it if you choose to use this setup as a vlogging setup. I know a lot of people have since my perfect vlogging setup video, and a lot of people have grabbed the same setup I have. So all of these work with it and they all balance just fine. And the last two are both made by SmallRig. One is my second to least favorite, and one is definitely my favorite, and it's what I'm using now, and it's what I'm most likely going to be continuing using. What I'm most likely going to continue to use throughout my time with the A6400. And if Sony keeps this trend up with the flip up screens, I'll probably just keep using it as long as they do that. We'll save my favorite for last. So the first one, my second to least favorite, which is a bummer because it's really awesome, but it's only my second to least favorite for one reason, and we'll get into that, is one I'm sure you might have seen on YouTube already. You slide the plate into the shoe mount on top of the camera, and it just relocates it to the other side of the camera, so you can throw your microphone on. The microphone will sit on top of the camera, not the side. You can flip the screen up and still see yourself perfectly fine. Only problem I have is, again, it puts the microphone on the opposite side of the camera from where the microphone input is. So you have to stretch that cord across the camera, which means if you're flipping that flip screen up and down, it's gonna get in the way. You're gonna constantly have to adjust the wire. Or you could run the wire underneath the lens. It's still a pain. That's really my only issue with it. Besides that, it works great and it's a great product made by SmallRig. And lastly is the newest one and my favorite. I just got it in the mail today. I mounted it up and instantly it's become my favorite option for relocating the hot shoe mount on the A6400. It's basically the same relocation plate as the last SmallRig one we just talked about. Only difference is it mounts it on the same side as the microphone jack. All the wires, everything you need stays to the left or right, depending which way you're facing the camera, of the A6400. This bug, oh, you just met your death. You just met your worst nightmare. So you just slide it into the hot shoe mount of the A6400, then they give you a little screw and you screw it into the part where the camera strap hooks onto. So you got to take those little noisy triangular strap mounts off, which you don't have to break to take them off. You just slide the little plastic off and then you kind of turn it through. You'll figure it out. It's almost exactly like a key ring. And then there's a little hole on the side of the SmallRig relocation plate and you just screw it in. They give you screws, they give you the Allen key. It works perfectly. If I had a choice right now from Sony, if they told me, hey Tem, would you rather us change the location of the screen and have it flip out to the side, that way you could put your microphone on top, or would you rather us leave things how they are? I'd rather leave things how they are because that relocation plate is extremely light. I mean, it weighs absolutely nothing. And now I have the flip up screen directly in front of my face, so I could just glance up a 1/4 inch, see myself, make sure I'm in frame, make sure I'm exposed properly, and we're good to go. And just as a bonus option, just to throw an extra one in there for you guys, because I love you so much, you really don't even have to hook up any type of relocating mounting plate or half cage or anything like that. You could just pick up a really tiny microphone. And so far, the best one that I've seen that would work well for this situation is the Saramonic SRXM1. I've used it on my Osmo Pocket and other small cameras that I've taken out with me, and it works really well, and the sound quality is pretty decent. I'll leave links to that in the description as well. It's all one link. It links you right to my Amazon store. You'll see all the gear I use, everything that I buy, everything that I like, everything that I recommend to you guys. It is an affiliate link, so I do get a tiny little kickback, but it costs you not 1 penny extra, so I'd appreciate the support and the help. Thank you very much. All 4, make that 5, are really great solutions to relocate your microphone so that you're not blocking the flip-up screen. But if I had to go in order, like I said, just to recap, the SmallRig side mount is my favorite. My second favorite is the UURIG half cage. My third favorite is the other SmallRig relocation plate that keeps the microphone on top, but the opposite side of the camera. And my fourth favorite is that little makeshift Ulanzi mounting plate, whatever you want to call it. Do you have your own solution for relocating the hot shoe mount on the A6400 other than the ones I showed you here today? Join the conversation below. I'd be very curious to hear about it. Here's the Instagram right here. Make sure you follow me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up for your boy. If you are not yet subscribed, please do so. I'd appreciate it highly. Until next time, this is your boy. This is your man, Tem the Everything Man, signing out. Thank you for watching. Salute.
Raise your hands up. Raise them up. Raise them up.